Well guys and girls, here it is, and it's a, well, it's a bit of a neglected one this, so it is, as they all are. The story behind this one is the guy that owns it has recently gone through a divorce, and whilst going through the divorce, the wife, or the ex-wife, had kept the car and refused to give it to her now ex-husband. And she's just, for the past 6 months, she has just ran this thing right into the ground. As you can see, the kids have just been allowed to run riot in it. There's loads of like crisps and stuff all over it. I mean, every sort of crevice, nook and cranny is covered in crisps. Some brake pads that have still to go on the car, I'm told not to throw those out. So you can just see in the back, I mean, the kids have obviously been kicking lumps out the back of the chair and wrecked all the net and stuff. There is an old tangerine down there that's uneaten, so at least it wasn't all junk food the kids were feeding on. On the outside, things worth noting are, we have some lacquer peel sort of in the areas, loads of bird muck on it, some more lacquer peel that's obviously nothing to do with the ex-wife, that, but we need to sort of be careful with it when we're jet washing it, so we need to keep an eye on that. There's also a nice sort of impact mark here, or it looks actually to me like something sideswiped it. The man was adamant that wasn't there, and also somebody's kindly took a key or a knife or something up the side, which the wife or the ex-wife is denying doing. However, he says he wouldn't have put it past her. On the other side, you can see there's like, the strange thing is there's loose tobacco everywhere, and there's also these sort of empty cigarette sort of packets. Make of that what you will. But it's just, as I say, it's really dusty. It looks like they've just been parking up outside their driveway or whatever with the roof down for days on end. Actually, it's really dusty. Look at this in here, look. It's grim. Anyway, let's try and get it a bit cleaner. We need to clean the roof as well, because that's all mossy and mouldy. Get it looking a bit better for the man, hopefully at least a little bit better, and then he's going to decide what he wants to do with it once it's cleaned up, whether he's going to keep it or get rid. Let's crack. Right guys and girls, before we get started sorting the inside of this car out and getting rid of all of this kind of, or trying to sort this sort of vandalism out on the side of it, I just want to say a massive thank you to our sponsor for this video, BOTB. BOTB are the #1 dream car giveaway company, and they've been around, they've been giving cars away for 22 years now. They offer you the chance to win a brand new car with 50 grand in the boot. And also, because it's Black Friday just now, when this video goes live, they're offering you an additional 15% off every ticket you buy. They've even got an E46 M3, the exact same shape as this one. In my opinion, the best M3 ever made. It's got a fantastic engine, it's got the best looks, I think it's the best looking BMW ever made, this. They've got one of these, right, and with a 15% discount it works out at 60 pence a ticket. I mean, I think I might go on and just stock up on them. Absolutely amazing. 60 pence! And if you fancy something different, they've got 180 other cars to choose from. Right up, you've got Porsche 911s, they've got Aston Martins, they've got a Lamborghini Huracan STO. But my personal favourite actually, because I'm into sort of track cars and rally cars and stuff like that, is the Yaris GR they've got for 90 pence a ticket, I think that is. What's 90 pence minus 15%? 76 or 77 pence. Can you imagine winning a Yaris GR for 77 pence? It's worth clicking on the link and having a look just to see, just looking at the pictures of some of the cars they've got is unbelievable, and how cheap you can actually buy a ticket for was quite eye-opening for me the first time. This is actually the second time BOTB have sponsored me, so I just want to say a massive thanks once again for sponsoring us. Check out the links in the description, guys and girls, and let's get on with the clean and sort the inside of this car right out.
Should know better, 'cause you always do this to me. But you start to play, later disbelieve what I done made. And I promise myself it will never happen again. But oh, here I stand, heartbroken and weary. Really got me, really got me, really got me. Really got me, really got me, really got me, really on the wall. What a fool I've been, what a fool I've been. See much clearer than I do now. What a fool I've been, what a fool. And I promise myself it will never happen again. But oh, here I stand, heartbroken and weary. Really got me, really got me, really got me. Really got me, really got me, really got me. Really got me, really got me, really got me. Really
always alone. Always be there. Always alone. Always be there. Always alone. Always be there. Always alone.
God, they're flipping heavy! It's strange to see a car like this in this condition actually, because normally when I get these kind of cars in M3s, M5s, Audi S4, stuff like that, they're normally mollycoddled and they don't need much done, but yeah, a bit different this time. But it shouldn't take too much work to get it looking good again. Let's go on with it.
Always alone. You will always be there. Always alone.
you now. When body on body, oh, body on body, oh, body on body, oh, body on body. I know love now, and you're stuck in my mind. When body on body, oh, body on body, oh, body on body, oh, body on body. My friends don't like that I'm with somebody, that I'm with somebody. Oh no, oh no. I just want to stay in this melody, stay in this melody. Oh, oh.
Right, okay. If you're putting air fresheners in your car, you should never put them somewhere next to plastic. This is a prime example. Why? Because they actually stick. The oils in them actually melt the plastic and it sticks to it. So if you've got air fresheners, guys and girls, hang them on your mirror. Don't hang them on your indicator stick or anything, or your wiper stock, because it literally melts the plastic in this. It's just that paper is actually, this is paper thin here now. It's just You can see it's just rotted right through it. Don't be putting your air fresheners next to your plastic. Top tip of the day, that.
Body on body, body on body. My friends don't like that I'm somebody, that I'm somebody. Oh, oh, I just want to stay in this melody, stay in this melody. Oh, oh.
Tell me, why'd you have to go and drive me so crazy? Now I'm feeling lost without you, and I just can't be without you, baby. Want you all night long, want you all night long. Tell me, why'd you have to go and drive me so crazy? Now I'm feeling lost without you, and I just can't be without you, baby. Want you all night long, want you all night long, want you all night, all night, all night, all night, all night, all night. Tell me, why'd you have to go and drive me so crazy? Now I'm feeling lost without you, and I just can't be without you, baby. Want you all night long, want you all night long. Baby, now I'm feeling lost without you, and I just can't be without you, baby. Want you all night long, want you all night long. Give me all your love, baby. Give me all your love, baby. Give me all your love, all your love, all your love. Give me all your love, baby. Give me all your love, baby. Give me all your love, all your love, all your love. All night. Tell me, why'd you have to go and drive me so crazy? Now I'm feeling lost without you, and I just can't be without you, baby. Want you all night long, want you all night long.
Right guys and girls, so we're going to try and make this scratch a little bit less noticeable for the owner. When somebody scratches a car, or keys a car in this case, it doesn't just take the paint off and leave it perfectly smooth. Actually, it's jagged, the paint. And this one's actually a really bad example, because even if I run my fingertips over it, I can feel it. It's quite sharp. The acid test, if you call it, is basically if you can catch your nail in a scratch, it's too deep to polish out. Well, this one more than just catching it with my nail, as I say, I can feel it with my fingertips. So there's no way polishing it out. So we'll sand these the jagged edges off it, get it kind of a little bit smoother, and then we'll fill it in with some paint and polish it up, and it'll make it so that it doesn't jump straight out at you, but it'll never be perfect. But hopefully be better than what it is. So let's see how we get on. So the paint I'm actually using is from the local paint suppliers. Don't use your sort of generic paint codes that you would get for Halfords and stuff like that, because what tends to happen is, although it'll say this is carbon black, this one, so although it might say BMW carbon black, if you go to Halfords, the carbon black, what they'll do is they'll use that colour but it's close enough for maybe 10 or 20 different cars. So sometimes you'll get it and it's really pretty good, but other times you'll get it and it's an absolute mile out, and it's, if you're at the opposite end of the sort of spectrum or the tolerance chart, I suppose, they're nowhere near. So if you go to your local paint supplier, proper automotive paint supplier, they'll actually mix you a paint up, a touch-up pen to code for your car, and you know it's going to be as close as possible to the proper colour. When you're putting it on, use an artist's brush. Don't use the brush that you get in the tub because it's massive. You could paint the side of your house with it. Use a proper artist's brush and just go slowly and just touch it in. And all we're aiming to do is just fill it up so it's level. Doesn't matter if it goes over the scratch because we're going to sort of sand it back anyway. So I'll come back, I'll touch this up, put a couple of layers on, and then I'll come back to you when it's ready to be sanded down and polished up. So we'll sand it back now. I'm going to just take the top off it because we've built it right up, so it's sticking quite far out, the paint. I'm just going to take the top off it with some 1200 grit and then put some 2000 on the block and go over it and try and sort of level it out a bit. Now, when we're blocking it flat, we don't want to take it all out because we're going to have to machine polish it afterwards to take the sort of scratch marks out for the sandpaper. So it's going to look worse before it looks better. So let's see how it goes. This can go one of two ways basically. The customer's told me it can't look any worse and he's quite right, so we're just going to give it a go. Hopefully it looks a bit better. Well, guys and girls, there's another one done. If we look back at the sort of the beginning, the before shots, just to remind ourselves what this was like when it came in, especially the inside. And there was that sort of vandalism on the other side as well, that key mark, which, although not totally gone, if you look at it in certain lights you can still see it. You certainly have to sort of look for it now, whereas before it actually jumped out at you. It was really, really bad, so I'm quite proud of the job I've done there actually. I've got a bit of a soft spot for these cars, I must admit. I've owned 2 of these myself in the past. I had a really nice Imola red coupe SMG it was. That was the only thing I didn't like about it. The flappy paddle SMG gearbox, and it just wasn't for me really. So I sold that and I bought an M3 CS, which was quite a rare thing actually, but it was a manual. And it had a lot of the sort of parts off of the CSL. It was actually a rarer car than the CSL in Interlagos blue as well. It was a beautiful thing. Probably the one car that I wish I'd never sold. But working on this has kind of made me want another one, but the prices of them are just, they're astronomical now, they really are. And I'm also quite happy with my old E36 M3, so it's a balancing game, isn't it? So there's only one thing left to do really, and that's ask you a little question really. And a little question, it's coming up to Christmas time, isn't it? We've not put our Christmas tree up yet. Now, there's a bit of a debate in our house with the Christmas tree. I don't think the Christmas tree should go up until the first weekend in December, because that's when we always put them up in my house as a kid. But my other half is one of these people that the Christmas tree goes up as soon as possible. If it was up to Amy, the Christmas tree would have been up on the 1st of November, but I think she's kind of holding back. But I think I'm going to have to relent probably this weekend coming. So that'll be sort of the last weekend in November anyway, or second last, the middle weekend in November, let's just say. But my question to you guys and girls is, what do you think? When should the Christmas tree go up? Early December, early November, or just, it doesn't matter to you. Let me know in the comments below, guys and girls. And also, check out the BOTB website, even if it's just for a look at some of the cars. They really are fantastic. The link's in the description below. Thanks, as always, for watching. If you haven't already, like the video. Please like the video. It makes a massive difference to views. It seems if you would just like, if you don't do anything else, just like the video, because it helps me out massively. And subscribe if you like as well. Thanks for watching, guys and girls. I'll see you in the next one.